Hi everyone, welcome to Lightning TV, brought to you by Oak Hill Voice. It's the first of two home games this weekend for the Lightning. The visitors are the Hull Pirates. Let's check out the action. So the opening puck drop, we're ready for some hockey here at Milton Keynes, and it's a face-off win for the Pirates. And Pirates would like to get their offence going here. After their defeat last Sunday, they wanted to get back in form. They had a great run of form until their defeats last weekend. And we wanted to try and get the right end of the table again. Battle up against the boards there, and Pirates will come away with that. And that's Hewitt though, now sets his teammate up there. This is David Norris here. Norris, who played last season with the Lightning in the Elite League, and he's found Hewitt. Hewitt looks to set something up and scores! And an early goal for the Pirates, that's exactly what they want. And well, Jason Hewitt is the top scorer in the league, and that is his 40th goal of the season there. And he had time to pick his spot there and fire it past Dean Skins. Great play from David Norris, drawing four defensemen there. And lots of time there for Jason Hewitt to just find his spot and score. A little bit of afterwards after that. But with a minute 55 gone, and the Pirates take an early one-goal lead. So we get to see the Lightning power play for the first time tonight. Currently then, the Lightning power play is at 19.7%. For the month of February, though, it's only at 16.7. So they'll be looking at, they have got it! Disco fever has hit Milton Keynes. Liam Stewart, he only needed 2 seconds of the power play, and he's backhanded it past Smith. What a goal there. Came from that face-off. Clean win there. It was a shot from Colin off the face-off, and who was there on the rebound? Liam Stewart fires it home. Now this is technically his 31st goal of the season. However, one was credited to Dean Skins, bizarrely, and it's still being recorded as that. So, according to the stat sheet, that is Disco's 30th goal of the season, although he has scored 31. And if you ask him how many he scored, he will tell you that it is 31. So we get to see the Pirates power play. So whilst their penalty kill has struggled a bit, their power play has been in impressive form, over 22%. And at 20% for this month so far. Lightning's penalty kills at 74.9%, and for February it's about 76.5%. So pretty solid if unspectacular. So Hull averaging a goal every 5 power plays this month. Lightning concede 1 every 4 penalty kills, and that's a good block there from Liam Stewart. He's got a lot to do on his own. He's got a lot of attention. He still gets a shot off and he scores! How did Liam Stewart find the goal there? I thought the defenseman had done enough to force him wide, but he found a way through Smith. And Lightning have scored a short-handed goal to make it 2-1. But it was a great initial block from Liam Stewart, and he was through here. Looked to have been forced wide by the whole player, and it just went beyond the glove of Smith into the bottom corner. Also want to make a quick shout out as well here on Lightning TV to former Lightning captain Adam Carr, who announced his retirement earlier on this week. He's currently the player coach at Streatham and has confirmed this season will be his last. And former Lightning defenseman Michael Farn has been confirmed as the new coach of Streatham for next season. So congratulations, Kazi, on a wonderful career, and congratulations, Farney, as well, on your new role at Streatham. There's a chance here for Garcho, and he was allowed all the space there to pick up his own rebound, and he fired it past Dean Skins. Just came from a disrupted play there. The initial shot was saved by Skins, but the rebound fell straight to James Archer, who fired it past the sprawling netminder. Just seemed a nothing play. He got the shot off, and then suddenly it opened up for him and beat Skins on the glove side to tie it up at 2-2. And well, that nearly could have been 3-2 to Hull. Here's Taylor Dickin now. Looked to find Rio Grinnell Park. He couldn't quite get a piece of it. And there's a chance here for a 3-on-2 break with Hull. Now the Pirates bring this one forward. Davis here. He found his teammate who got pushed into the net there. And a few goals being thrown. It's involving Rio Grinnell Park and Bobby Chamberlain. Well, I think it's going to be one of these games here tonight between the Pirates and the Lightning. Tanaka. Carlon looks to get nearer to the net. Looks to try and crash the net here. Put a bit of traffic on there, but he sets up to go behind. Tanaka finds Thomas Carner on the blue line. Liam Stewart Stewart looked for Tanaka, who looked to just try and tip that one towards goal. Didn't quite find the target though. Tanaka has found Jameson here. Jameson, he looks to pass that one through. Smith doesn't know where that one is. It's gone in! And there was a bobbling puck all around the eye, around the zone, and it's Kel Tanaka that finds the poacher's finish to make it 3-2 and another power play goal for the Lightning. So the initial shot came in, it took deflections all over the place, and eventually it was Tanaka that just fired it under the prone body of Ashley Smith. I think there was 2 or 3 shots at the goal he saved. It was eventually the 4th one there we just couldn't do anything about. So Kel Tanaka with that goal there. And another face-off win for the Pirates there. And they look to try and go again. They got a very early goal, but this open ice end-to-end game is probably more likely to suit the Lightning, really, especially at home. The fans will get behind this. They like exciting hockey here in Milton Keynes. And here comes David Norris. Every time he has the puck, he just looks like he's going to do something, and he fires that one in. Very uncomfortable save there for Dean Skins, and again, there's a lot of pushing and shoving in front of Skins' net. Now, he took that one high, Skins, and he just fell on that to freeze the puck, and then the usual melee in front of the net carries on. And with 19 and a bit seconds to go, it's another attacking face-off for Hull. They'll be looking to try and set up another attacking play, but it's won by the Lightning, and that's cleared around the boards. And Tanaka just helps it on its way out of the zone. However, Hull come back in there with Bonner. Good little battle there with James Griffin as Lewis Christie comes to help his teammate out. Slight high stick there from Christie, and the referee did see that. And so we'll have a face-off with, well, 0.2 seconds after the period. So unless we have a bullet slap shot straight from the face-off circle, that will be pretty much travelling faster than the speed of light. I think it's safe to say we'll see the end of this period with a narrow 3-2 lead for the Lightning. Been entertaining though this opening stanza. And a good face-off win there with Thomas Carner. And we see the end of the first 20 minutes. Hull took the lead through Jason Hewitt. For 2 goals from Liam Stewart has put Lightning 2-1 ahead. A game-tying goal from James Archer made it 2 apiece, and then Kel Tanaka on a power play made it 3-2 to the Lightning. So Lightning leading 3-2. Minute gone in the second period, and all shots are tied, and penalties are tied as well. And the whistle goes from Mr. Belfitt. Played off the boards there. However, that wasn't really close enough for Tanaka, who was more interested in changing lines. And so it was Stephen Chalmers that was able to get possession back for Hull. Not able to keep hold of it though. And Chalmers looks to set up his teammate here. Intercepted there by Tom Carlon. Carlon almost found Liam Stewart there with that aerial saucer pass. Sam Russell finds his brother Ben, who really got a good pairing up on the Lightning D-line in the last couple of weeks. Liam Stewart now is coming down the wing. Looks to get a shot off, and he scores! A hat-trick for Disco Stew. How did that one go in? I saw the net bulge a bit. I thought he'd hit it wide, but it had gone in. What a goal there from Liam Stewart. He just came along the wing here. On the near post, just gets it over Ashley Smith into the top corner. Great finish from Liam Stewart. And it's a hat-trick for Disco. So we're back now, ready for the face-off. Dino Skins is all okay after being checked over by the medics. 15 seconds left. Defensive face-off for Lightning, and it's won by the Pirates. The first line to come back out, and that's a good bit of play from Liam Stewart to disrupt the play and get it cleared off of Kevin Phillips. Hull with 5 seconds left. An attempted saucer pass just found its way into Liam Stewart, but here's Davis here with a chance. And he fires that one in. Well, that was a great piece of individual play from Matty Davis. He waited out Dean Skins, and as Dean Skins dropped to cover low, Davis fired it high into the roof of the net to make it 4-3. I think it was scored just after the penalty had expired, but great waited here from Davis. Waited and waited, saw the netminder make the first move and fired it into the top corner. And a face-off win there for the player coach. Hull looks at something throwing again from Kirk on the blue line. Good passing here, Hewitt. Back to Kirk. Hewitt again. He's got time, he looks to try and set something up. He looks to fire that one in and it goes to a corner. And there's a chance here for Lightning to clear the zone, and they do. Hewitt stick couldn't quite keep it in the zone. So with about 16 seconds to go, Hull probably have one more chance of an attack at this period to try and tie things up. Norris here, he brings this one into the zone. Looks to go round, he's on his own. Gets held up, Jamieson fans on the clearance. So Hull will have another chance to throw a puck on net quickly. Norris's deflection takes it wide, and Lightning see out the period. It's 4-3 to the Lightning. There'll be 32 seconds left of the penalty kill at the start of the third period. So we're now ready here for referee Hewitt to drop the puck. So Canna ready to have their face-off draw here. And we're off for the final period here in a face-off win for the Lightning. As Lewis Christie will look to eat up some seconds of this penalty kill. And he fires it down to the other end of the ice, so it'll be Jonathan Kirk to set up behind his own goal and bring the puck forward here for an attack here on the power play. Kirk allowed to come into the zone unopposed, and he gets a good pass out to a teammate here. It's to Davis behind the net. The puck fell out then just in front of Dean Skins, who got something on it, and the shot just went wide. A couple of seconds left on the penalty there. And another stick save there from Skins, trying to prevent the wraparound. And Kana should get that, and Lightning come back to full strength. And Neil Grinnell Park had quite a hard pass there to deal with. He got something on it to wave off the icing, and he does well to keep the possession down in the whole zone. Now Lightning want to try and start the penalty box for this period. They spent a lot of time short-handed in the last 20, and it will have a tiring effect on the team. And they have got another tough game tomorrow night as they're at home against the Bison. So if you can't make the game, be sure to come watch this. Taylor Dickens, Bury's in! Taylor Dickens! He scored his first goal last week in Leeds. That's his first goal at home. A lovely backhand over the glove of Ashley Smith. And Taylor Dickens has made it 5-3. Great work here along the boards, and Liam Stewart unselfishly found Dickens, and a backhand into the roof of the net. Two-goal game is often described as the most dangerous in hockey. So Lightning can't afford to let up, and there's an icing there on that call. And the summit's going on down at the other end of the ice here. And a minor reprieve for Lightning. Hewitt and Kirk's wires crossed a little bit there. Not quite on the same wavelength, but Hull still have a chance, and they come again through Bonner. Good stick handling from Bonner, and forced in there eventually from Hewitt, I think it was. And that was just great determination there to not give up on that rebound. And Hewitt forces the puck through. The Lightning aren't too happy with that, but the puck was loose. And it came from some great stick handling from Bonner. Went all the way through, and it just eventually found its way in. And Hewitt makes it a one-goal game. 10:24 to go, 5-4. Hull could breathe a sigh of relief as Disco wasn't able to get a shot off on Smith. And Hull here, after taking a bit, and that took a bit of a heavy hit in the boards there, they still have the puck. Chamberlain here. It's a good pass there to Stubley. And it's found Kirk. Bissonette. Chamberlain, what a goal! Very well worked goal there from Hull. Bissonette with a no-look pass. Chamberlain had the chance there, one-timed it past Dean Skins. Dean Skins had no chance on that one. All four players involved in that one there. Stubley to Kirk, Kirk to Bissonette. Backhand no-look pass to Chamberlain, who just instinctively fired that past the glove of Dean Skins. And we've got a 5-all game here. Kana here with a face-off. Under 4.5 minutes to go here. 5-all. Another close game. Here's a chance for Tanaka. It's there! Kale Tanaka! First to the rebound. Backhanded into the net. 6-5 Lightning. That's lifted the crowd up here. Face-off win from Connor. Jamieson shot straight to the pad. Kale Tanaka, the first one to the puck, and he backhanded into the net. 2:03 left to go. 1-goal game. You're getting your money's worth tonight. This is a bit of everything. It's your first time watching ice hockey. It's a great introduction to the sport. Lightning struggling to clear there. Griffin had a couple of bites of the cherry and wasn't able to get it clear. Hull keep the pressure on as we go into the final 2 minutes. Big hit from Lewis Christie there. Shout from the bench, but it was from behind. Referees say nothing doing. Here we go with Hull, set this one up. Attempted clearance here, and Smith's gone to the bench. We've got an extra skater on the ice now for Hull. 6 skaters and an empty net. 1.5 minutes to go. And this shot just goes wide there. Stewart's going to chase this one and look to try and clear the zone. Hull keep the puck though. 1 minute, just over a minute to go. Davis here now. Looks to try and set something up. Finds his teammate here. It's Phillips here. He looks a bit of open ice to try and hit something. Takes the deflection and goes away. And Stewart with a diving clearance. The puck's trickling. The puck's in! What an empty net goal! A Superman dive from Liam Stewart just to clear the puck. And it was in slow motion as it trickles into the empty net. Look at that, it seemed to wait an age before it crossed the line. They all count though. And well, minute 2, 4th goal for Liam Stewart. I think he's pretty much nailed on for man of the match here. His work rate in the penalty kill has been fantastic. And well, Lightning, Hull have decided to pull the netminder again. Whether you lose 7-5 or 8-5, they need to chase this. So it's an empty net situation still, as Hull looks to still try and get a goal. And Thomas Carter looks to clear. And what else looked like a high stick there from Kelton Ucker. And here's Lee Jamieson. He's got an empty net. Jamieson has scored. 8-5. And that's just the cherry on top of the icing there. Lee Jamieson picks up his 10th goal of the season. He's probably not going to have an easier one. And well, you'll look at the scoreline and see 8-5. I don't think it's an 8-5 scoreline, but he had all the time in the world to bury that and pick his spot. 8-5 to the Lightning. And so we'll see the end of this one out now. Ashley Smith will now stay in the net. And Lightning are just happy now just to ice this one down, throw this one down the ice and kill the time off here. Sam Russell back to Jordan Stokes, passing it across the D now. This game they know it's over. The crowd are on their feet. They're applauding. There's a few seconds to go. And here we go. This is the first victory I've commentated on Lightning in 2 years. So that's quite an achievement for myself, and I thought I was a bit of a jinx here. But a big win for the Lightning, 8-5. So in the end, an 8-5 victory for the Lightning. Afterwards, we caught up with Lightning head coach Lewis Clifford. Lewis, you spoke to Chris last week and said quite tense watching it from the stands. Tonight was probably no exception again.
Yeah, same story really. It's never easy, but you know, obviously another win. I'm delighted with that. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to actually being able to do my job properly again tomorrow.
It's an end-to-end game, and games against the Pirates usually are, and again quite feisty at times. Is that kind of what you expected from Hull?
I wouldn't say it was that feisty, but yeah, there was a lot of sort of needless penalties. I'd say a lot of 2-minute minors. For us, mainly in the second period, it seemed like we were on the hit list of the officials, and then they got a bit of a rough deal in the third. Probably to even it out, I don't know, but then at times we didn't help ourselves. We were taking silly penalties, offensive zone penalties, lazy penalties on the back check, things like that that we don't need to take. But no, I wouldn't say it was particularly feisty. But you know, anytime you win a game, whether it's, you know, a lot of penalties, no penalties, whatever, you know, you have to just say, you know, hats off to the boys for getting it done in the end.
A couple of senior guys missing with Russ Cowdy and Grant still out with his suspension. A couple of the other senior players really stepped up at key times. Tanaka picked up goals, especially at one point when they brought it back to 5-5 to really help lead. Was you pleased to see that for some of the senior guys? Yeah,
like it was a bit of an up and down performance. I think there was times when we were playing great as a team, and then there was times when collectively we weren't quite playing well enough. But yeah, there was some really good performances out there. You know, I thought, like you said, Kale had a good game. Thomas Canner had a good game. In fact, there was quite a few guys that did have a good game. Just collectively, at times we switched off. We had momentary lapses of concentration, and obviously that's what's allowed them to score 5 goals. Having said that, the penalty killing in the second period was phenomenal from all the guys that were out there on the kill, and that's something we can take a lot of positives from against a team that's loaded with offence like Hull are.
With 4 goals and an assist, it would be quite easy to pick out Liam Stewart for the goal scoring contribution, but you mentioned the penalty killing. He was blocking shots and really playing it brilliantly at both ends of the ice tonight, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Stewie had a great game. Obviously any time someone scores 4 goals, including one from their stomach in the defensive zone, you got to say so. He was good all over the ice tonight. But I think really the most credit probably tonight has to go to the goalie. Skinsey had a phenomenal game there, 55 shots, and he bailed us out on a number of occasions tonight.
At this time of season now, it's all about momentum, getting ready for playoffs and everything, and it's slightly different because we've got Basingstoke at home tomorrow. So is it going to be a slightly different routine rather from playing on a Saturday night and then having another home game on a Sunday?
Well, it's nice. Obviously, we had the rough end of the deal 2 weeks ago when we had 2 away games in one weekend. So having 2 home games is nice. Obviously you don't get that kind of sitting on a bus for however many hours to get to a game and stiffening up because you've played a game the night before. So it'll be nice to rock up here tomorrow at 3:15, ready to play a game at 5:15. And it's certainly nice not to spend half of my Sunday on a bus this week.
Great, thanks Cliff, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, cheers, Mike.
Hi everyone, once again to Lightning TV, brought to you by Oak Hill Voice. It's night number 2 of a home double header for the Lightning. Tonight's visitors are the Basingstoke Bison. Let's go check out the action. So a goal scoring thrill of that in Milton Keynes yesterday, and a very good defensive effort from the Bison. Your outshot leads at 40 shots to 18. We're ready now for puck drop here. Kana winning the draw against Adam Harding, a player who did sign for the Lightning before the beginning of last season in the elite. Never actually played for Lightning due to a change in circumstances, and he's been a key player for the Bison this season. As Lightning look to get some early pressure, cycle the puck down low. Bison though will come away with it. And it's Sanford that will bring this one forward. As we look now ready for Harding and Kana to battle on the face-off circle in the attacking end. The win for Kana there. Stewart wasn't quite quick to it, so it should be a chance for Basingstoke to clear their lines. Could only get as far as Russell though. And it's fallen back to Liam Stewart. Fans on the shot a little bit, but he still has it. Stewart to Tanaka. Passes it back to Liam Stewart, but he's just muscled out of the play there. And it's Tanaka that picks the puck up. Back to Liam Stewart. He tries a backhand shot, and that was saved there by Metum, and an attempted wraparound from Tanaka. And into the pads of Alex Metum. And there's a little bit of afters. Few little digs there, and Metum wasn't too happy with the attention that Thomas Kana was giving him. There's a good chance here now for the Bison. Here's Tate here, good pass out. A little bit of a deflection from Lee Jameson that took it off of its intended receiver, but Bison have a chance again here. Here's Jones, stick save there from Lorde. Here's Harding with that rebound here. It's Van Kleiner. Passes back behind around that. And it's Norris free and net, and he fires it over the shoulder of Lorde. 1-0 Bison. Great use of the extra space there from the Bison. And Norris had time to pick his spot. Fired it almost, it looked like off the post and over the shoulder of Jordan Lorde. Great play here behind the net. Drew the man out. And there we go, time to pick his spot there. 1-0 Bison and a good goal. Both Tanaka and Badowski look to be encroaching there. And a face-off win for the former Columbus Blue Jacket, Thomas Kana. And Lightning will see this period out here, and that's the end of the first period. Quite an even game, no team really taking control. However, it's the Bison that have the lead, courtesy of that 5-on-3 power play goal from Sean Norris. There's been a few opportunities for the Lightning, but they haven't really worked Alex Metum, so they'll be looking to try and get the Metum working in this period. Metum now 4 periods without conceding after he got a shutout last night at home against the Leeds Chiefs. Lightning, of course, looking to try and keep their momentum going as they near the off-season. They moved up to 6th place yesterday after their win against Hull, and Steel Dogs losing at home against Peterborough. With Steel Dogs winning in Leeds, Lightning will know they need to keep the pressure on and keep getting wins. Oh, but Tate fires it past over the glove of Jordan Lauday, and it's 2-0 to the Bison. It was an innocuous shot, though. I thought that Lauday had it covered, but he could only tip it slightly, and it went past the sprawling dive of Lauday and into the net. And Ashley Tate has his 20th goal of the season. Now puts him at 20 goals and 44 assists. Under a bit of close attention from Sanford, but he's able to clear. No player is able to touch that though, but the icing's waved off. Russell keeps this one in, and he finds Tanaka. Tanaka now down low, he needs to try and get something going. Tanaka shoots, and it's in! Tanaka on the second attempt has found a way past Alex Metum. Great individual play from Tanaka. He skated in. The initial shot was saved by Metum, but he picked the rebound up. Great unassisted marker here to fire it into the net and get the Lightning on the board. He picked up 2 goals last night, and he's off the mark tonight. Now Kyle Tanaka. Kana to take the face off here. Up against Harding. And a warning there for the Bison. And a face-off win for Kana. Tanaka here. So Jones sits for cross-checking as Lightning look to set up behind the net. They need to try and get a shooting opportunity through here, and it comes this way to Jamieson. Here's a chance for the Lightning. Puck's still loose in front. Tanaka and Griffin were trying to go for that, but it's been cleared out. So another chance for Griffin, and saved by Metum, who covers the puck. And Kalina took exception to that from Griffin. And there's a bundle of players in front of the net here. The referees were watching it. We'll wait to see if there's any additional calls. And well, Mikael Kleiner took a great exception to James Griffin. And well, Kalina's been sent to the penalty box. And the Bison imports now got into the bin, so 3 Bison players are now in the sin bin. There's 12 seconds left on the penalty to Dewey. Tanaka there keeps hold of the puck, and he's so strong. It's very tough to take the puck off. Jay King does very well then, battles there, and he manages to find Talbot, who looks to try and clear, but can only get it as far as Ben Russell. Some good forward checking from the Lightning here, and they're keeping the pressure in on there, but some good strength from Bison, and they finally get to come out of the zone. And they get a lucky deflection here, and the Bison are through, and there's a penalty on the play here, and Bison are going to go to the power play. So a bit of a hook on Sutton as he was trying to pull the trigger. And well, Griffin and Badowski are having words. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Neither player known for their fighting prowess. Adam Jones here. Mako Kleiner. Back to Jones. And Jones miscontrolled that, so the puck comes out of the zone. So Bison will have to reset and start again. They come forward with Tate. Finds Kleiner. Pass across there, and a big save from Jordan Lauday. Ben had a flying Bison player. It looked to have lost an edge and been tripped slightly. That went into the net. Bison player looks okay, as does Lauday. Great save from Jordan Lauday, though. He had to cover both posts very quickly. And now here's Norris chasing that there. Finds Norcliffe. Back to Norris. Jones here looking to try and get a shot off there. He opts for a pass instead. And that's deflected high. Just about stays in play. And Bison will be able to set something up here through Tate. Tipped in there. And Norris got a tip on that. And that was well read there by Jordan Lauday. But here's Norcliffe. Shoots it into the net. Beats it over the glove hand of Jordan Lauday. And it's 3-1. Very patient play from Norcliffe there. Drew out Lauday to make the first move, and we saw him drop low. He fired it into the net. Good play for skate, and then look at that. Fired it over Griffin and over the glove hand and into the roof of the net. And as I said, we see so long a prolonged power play, and they can see the penalty at the other end and the other team scores. Lightning come forward with Harding. Small appeal for offside. It looked like they'd just about stayed on though, the Bison. The Bison looked to play it high then through Tate, and it just went over the net. And that's all the end for this second period here. So Bison doubled their lead early on in the second period there through Ashley Tate. Kel Tanaka reduced the arrears. Then Lightning had a long 5-on-3 power play. Weren't able to capitalise. I mean, it was George Northcliffe that scored on the power play for the Bison over the glove side of Jordan Lauday to make it Bison 3, Lightning 1 at the end of the second. So Lauday's been making a pretty decent performance trying to keep the Bison at bay. However, Metham has turned away 21 of the 22 shots he's faced so far. So Lightning will need to find a way past a very organised Bison team who are playing a great road game there, just disrupting Lightning from finding any momentum and rhythm, and also trying to find a way past Alex Metham, who's playing fantastically well. So Lightning just going to see out a few seconds left on the bench minor for delay of game. And I think we've seen that penalty come to an end due to that face-off win from the Lightning. So Logan Prince comes back onto the ice and skates across to get Lee Jamieson onto the ice. So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And that one's fired around the boards, and it again comes to a Bison stick. Very good cycling here, where Norcliffe just left the puck behind, but he's still helped out by a teammate. That's very, very good work here. Rides the hit from Christie, and Taylor Dickin comes in there, and he should come away with the puck and does so. Quick 3-on-2 here for the Lightning. Need to work this. Pass across to Jamieson. Comes through to Dickin. It's gone in! Deflected in! 3-2 to the Lightning when it needed a bit of luck. And it happened. A pass across from Jamieson. Deflects off the skate of Taylor Dickin. Lightning won't care. It's gone in. And it's 3-2 with 10:04 to go. And fired across with some pace there. Lightning just got a piece of it, which took it away from Kleiner there. But here's Ashley Tate. As a Bison player falls down just near the centre ice bit. I'm not quite too sure what happened there. He's back on his feet there. And Kleiner fired that one in and took a deflection that fooled Jordan Lauday. Fortunately for Lauday, it went wide. And Liam Stewart back helping out defensively with Sam Russell. Can't clear the zone though. And that's fired in there, but that's disrupted there. Good play from Lewis Christie. Stop that falling into a Bison stick. Now look, Lightning just need to get the puck here. They're trying to force the play a little bit. And it's gone in! What a nothing fired in there. I'm not quite too sure how that went in there. It seemed just to go under Jordan Lauday. And well, it was a lucky bounce for the Lightning's second goal. And well, another fortuitous one in here. Fell through to Kleiner, who just seemed to throw it on net and it just bobbled in. Don't know if Norris was trying to claim a touch on that, but you would have thought from there Lauday would have saved that, but it just seemed to go under his pads. And a lot of Lightning players having to double shift to help each other out on the boards, and something that's become very apparent here, the board play from the Bison has been absolutely terrific. This has come forward now for Jamieson. He's still going to try and go something on his own. Needs some support though. He comes around and shoots and then scores! Lee Jamieson! I said he needed a player to assist him. He didn't need anyone. Fires it low into the bottom corner. 3 minutes to go. 4-3. Good bit of screenplay from Taylor Dickin there as Metham did not see that shot until it was too late. Just over a minute to go. Lightning with the goalie pulled, trying to get something from this game. An offside here, no. Tate here, Tate's got an open net to fire on, fires it into the net. For some reason, there's Bison fans in the home end. I don't know why you're sat with the other fans, guys, but bizarre. Ashley Tate fires that one in. Spike Tate, James Griffin, this despairing dive on the line. Tate fires that one in to seal the 2 points here. He had great time to pick his spot. Fires it low into the net. When you need a clutch play, you've got your player coach on the ice. And now it's Holden Barnes-Gardner now out on the ice. And to be fair, Lightning never really got going with that, with the goal he pulled. Again, it was just that disruptive defence there from the Bison. Did a very good job nullifying there. And Ferguson's taken a penalty out of frustration, a bit of a boarding one. And well, that was fired in. There's a bit of pushing and shoving there. I think there's some frustrations boiling over. And Ferguson's wanting to have a fight here. And Harry Ferguson, it's wanting to try and get something going on here, but Adam Harding didn't want anything to do with that. 2 minutes for that initial hit that he made, which was into the boards. And then for the excess roughing there. And well, there we go. Metum has crossed the line. We're going to have a goalie fight. The referee's, Lalonde's trying to stop this out. Metum and Laude are wanting to go. Lalonde wanting to stop it, and now they're going to go for it. We've got a goalie fight, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Laude, Alex Metum, and here we go. Laude and Metum are changing the punches here. Metum's got the jersey over the head. And well, the referee's just opting this early on. The two of them want to carry on going. And well, how about that? Bit of a goalie fight between the two. And a little pat of respect between Metum and Laude. And it appears, yeah, they've sent Jordan Laude to the and Alex Metum both to the locker rooms. Yeah. So I'm going to be treated. Barry Ferguson was probably thinking I'm having an early shower here, and he's now just seen Jordan Laude appear on his own. Very, very bizarre goings on here. And the face-off's come through, and it's all this ends just become a bit farcical, really. So Adam Jones is just happening to pass this one about here. Bison are going to pass this one. If they have a shot, they'll have a shot. If not, they could just see this game out. And Jones looks to try and get a goal through. And a good glove save from Dean Skins. So Dean Skins is now going to have at least a save on his on the game sheet for himself here. And to be fair, it was a good full stretch glove save from him. So Ferguson got 2 for boarding and a 2 for roughing. And another shot from Jones straight to the body of Dean Skins there. So Dean Skins, 2 shots, 2 saves. Very odd to see 2 goalies thrown out though. And the buzzer goes. Let's just not detract first of all away from a very, very professional road performance from the Bison there. Did a great job to nullify the Lightning attack and came away with a deserved 2-goal victory, I have to say.
So a battling performance, but it was the Bison that take the points with a 5-3 victory. After the game, we caught up with both head coaches. So Lewis, once again, another tight and close game against Bison, but unfortunately not quite the result that we wanted tonight.
No, not the result we wanted, but probably on the balance of play, the result we ended up deserving. You know, we were in the game, I think, until right near the end, but we never really did enough to get our noses in front. You know, it is what it is. You know, Basingstoke were better than us, and we have to admit that. Sometimes that's the case, you know. Yeah, you know, some guys did have strong games tonight, but generally we weren't really at the races enough.
We were discussing on the stream earlier, that second period had that prolonged 5-on-3. Just couldn't quite get the goal, get the puck past Metum during that, and then Bison went up the other end on their first power play and then scored. Happens quite a lot in hockey though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, the 5-on-3 there, yeah, it was a bit disappointing because it was so long. You know, normally you end up on a 5-on-3 for like half a minute or, you know, half of a power play or whatever, but we end up on it for quite a long time. And and we just never really found the movement. So we were moving the puck well, but it was like static players moving it to one another, and we weren't pulling them apart enough. And when we did get the puck to the net, their goalie stood strong and he stopped everything that came his way. So yeah, it was disappointing. Back to the drawing board on that one, but yeah, special teams weren't fantastic for us tonight, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
A little bit of frustration, I think it appeared at the end, although I've never seen or got to commentate on a goalie fight before. Was that something you were expected to see when Metham had crossed the red line and looked to be talking to Jordan Lauday a bit?
I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I know Jordan's of the opinion that Metzi was laughing at our bench and he wasn't having it, which, if that's the case, I don't expect that of Metzi because he's a good guy, I know him well, but Jordan certainly perceived that that's what was happening. He wasn't happy about it, and obviously it boiled over. Not ideal, not something that I really want happening on a regular basis, but once in a very, very blue moon, it does happen.
Get to regroup and focus on training. Next weekend it's a tough trip because it goes to Swindon. They're still chasing at the top of the league. We will have Grant McPherson back as he was seen out his suspension, so you've got one key guy back. Fingers crossed we might see a couple of others back, but it's going to be a tough ask down at the Link Centre, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's always tough to play against Swindon. And actually, it's a bit of a monkey on our back because they're the only team we haven't beaten this season. It's the last chance we've got to try and get a scalp in the regular season. So we're going to go down there and try and throw everything at it. It's a one-game weekend, obviously nothing to save it for on Sunday. So yeah, I don't know the other results from tonight yet, but I'm hoping for 2 points next Saturday. And then we've got another 3 weeks after that, and then we get to the business end and when the games really start mattering again.
Again, it wasn't as big a crowd as we're used to here, but there's plenty of fans skating with the players at the moment. They did their best to keep the lift behind the guys, and when JMO made it 4-3 at the time, the noise came up to another level again. And when it, as you say, coming up for playoff hockey, the noise here is going to be phenomenal, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but we know that's a sort of a given, and it shouldn't be. We shouldn't expect it because some nights like tonight we probably didn't deserve it. But the crowd here always tries to get us going, and yeah, like you said, when JMO scored to make it a one-goal game, it was all signs were pointing that we had a real chance, and then obviously it didn't transpire. But yeah, the crowd was great. In fine voice, even though there were fewer in numbers than we used to, but that's the way it goes on Sunday games sometimes.
Right, well, thanks Lewis, good luck with your training and then away at Swindon next week. Joined here with Ashley Tate on Lightning TV. Ashley, a very hard earned 2 points to make a 4-point weekend for you.
Yeah, it's been, I wouldn't say it's overdue, but we've played some decent hockey over the past couple of weeks and we haven't got the results, so we just tried to build on those positives and bring it into the weekend, and I think as a whole, probably one of the most complete kind of hockey weekends we've had for a while, so obviously really pleased.
We were talking on the stream, especially in that third period, very disciplined, just disrupting the Lightning play. Was that part of the tactics to try and keep the fans quiet and disrupt the key guys for the Lightning?
Obviously you have to take away time and space, and if we can make entry into the zone difficult, make them dump the puck, win foot races, win battles, get the puck out again, it's demoralising. Becomes demoralising after a while, and it was big. Obviously, MK got on the scoreboard there, and then we come back and score within the next kind of couple of shifts. It takes the wind out of their sails, and like I say, I was really pleased with the whole performance.
There was a few times, especially towards the end of that third period there, where Jameson had made it a one-goal game again. Was there a few times where you thought we got this done, and then Lightning kept clawing back?
I mean, we've. The last couple of weeks we've been in winning positions in the third period and we've not been able to see it out, and obviously JMO, like everybody else, is younger than me, but I've known him for a long time, and he can move when he gets going, and he takes the puck to the net. You kind of have to keep guys to the outside, try and protect the goalie, let him take the first shot and try and clear up the rebound. So
the series between MK and Bison is been neck and neck. I think in goals scored and goals against, it's even Stevens as well. Are Lightning a team you probably want to avoid in the playoffs?
Do you know what? I don't think it matters at that point. Like, everybody's got the kind of it's playoff hockey, and it's the system's different this year. It goes over 3 weekends, whereas previous it's kind of home and away. And everybody will be there just to kind of step up and kind of get to the next stage. MK are no different to whoever London Bracknell, Swindon, Peterborough, I don't think it matters. You know, you've got to beat everybody to get there, and whatever happens, I think the playoffs are going to be exciting.
Great stuff. Well, congratulations on the win and safe journey home back to Basingstoke.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks to both coaches for taking time to talking to us on Lightning TV. There's no home game next weekend as Lightning visit Swindon. We'll next be back on the 7th of March when the visitors are the Leeds Chiefs. Join Chris Dickens for all the action then.